Hello viewers, how are you? Hope you are fine. Welcome back to my channel Drawing Time with a Story. If you are new in my channel, I will introduce myself and my channel with you. I am Suraya Parveen, and in my channel I select an object or a theme to draw, and while drawing you will not get bored. Why? Because I will tell you a story or deliver some information regarding the topic, or simply we gossip with each other. The things just happened around us, so we will paint together, we will draw together, and we will listen to a story together. So as you saw, and another thing, don't forget to subscribe my channel to stay connected with me, to stay connected with Drawing Time with a Story. So as you saw, my today's topic is the Great Mayon volcano. It is situated in Philippines, and it was a request from one of my Filipino sister. She requested me to paint the image of the Mayon volcano, and I tried my best to represent the Mayon volcano, and Sisi, I drew it for you, so be happy with me and let me know how it was in my comment section. So while painting, we will listen to a story that is popular regarding Mayon volcano, and it was narrated by Renzo Salau. The great volcano Mayon, the perfectly cone-shaped wonder of a volcano in Bicol, is one of the Philippines' greatest attractions. But what you can see and read from the pages of your textbooks couldn't do justice to one of the most interesting volcanoes in the world. And we will narrate you some beautiful aspects of this volcano. Number one is the beautiful folklore. The mountain Mayon is situated in the Bicol region, particularly in Legazpi, Albay. The volcano is referred to in those parts as Volcano Mayon, which literally translates to beautiful volcano. They say that the same name of Mayon comes from an ancient regional folktale about a princess named Daragang Magayon. The princess, whose name means beautiful maiden in Bicolano, was part of a Mayon-sized love triangle between two opposing warriors. The battle pitted the love of a life against his archival, with the two laying siege on the grounds where the volcano now stands. Magayon ran towards her lover upon seeing him wounded in the clash. Both of them were eventually surrounded by the enemy, and so she stabbed herself in the heart while her lover died in her arms. The story goes that they were buried on that exact spot, and as time went on, the land had risen to form what is now Mayon volcano. It is believed that the spirit of the princess rests within the volcano, while the clouds that engulf it belong to her beloved. In remembrance of his tale, the region of Albay celebrates the Daragang Magayon festival every year. Mountain Mayon may be the best example for the saying that looks can be deceiving. The volcano still makes headlines every so often, for reasons other than its grandeur. While Mayon is renowned for its beauty, the volcano has had its fair share of deadly eruptions throughout history. It has erupted 52 times in the past half millennium, dating back to the first recorded one way back in 1616. Chronicled by Dutch explorer Joris van. For comparison, the famed Mount Vesuvius has also recorded over 50 eruptions, but has only done so a handful of times within the past 100 years, the last one being all the way back in 1944. Earlier this year, Mayon was in the news for renewed activity once more. It was the fourth time in the past 10 years, solidifying Mayon's status as the Philippines' most active volcano and one of the deadliest in the world. The most destructive eruption in Mayon's recorded history occurred in 1814, more than 200 years ago. The eruption overwhelmed and destroyed dozens of villages within its surrounding area with an outpouring of hot gas and volcanic lava. The beautifully cultivated slopes of Mayon were buried beneath a steaming sheet of sand and ash. The eruption was so strong that it contributed to hot the cold the 1816 year without a summer, along with the explosion of Mount Tambora in Indonesia in 1815. The amount of ash within the atmosphere due to volcanic activity blocked out the sunlight, leaving the world in a perpetual winter for an entire year. The most tragic casualty in Mayon's explosive history would have to be Kaksawa Church. During the major eruption in 1840, residents of the town of Kaksawa were made to evacuate. The priest of the local church ordered the bells to be rung in order to warn the townsfolk of the impending disaster. However, due to the abrupt nature of the eruption, hundreds were forced to take refuge within the closed doors of the convent. The lava stream and accompanying ash proved to be too much and engulfed the church where it stood. The site remains as one of the most beautiful vantage points of Mayon today. The blackened ruins of the church tower stand tall to this day, serving as a reminder for both the beauty and calamity that surrounds it. Today, the area that surrounds the volcano is considered the Mayon Volcano Natural Park and remains a protected sanctuary to preserve its pristine conditions. Despite the obvious dangers, the nearby vicinity of Mayon Volcano is still inhabited by thousands of people and visited by thousands more. The fertile soil and bountiful harvests keep locals happy, while tourists from all over still flock to the mountain to climb its slopes and take in its views. Mayon serves as one of the most popular tourist attractions in the country and offers a challenging trek for adventurous hikers. The climb usually takes 3 to 4 days and features a 40-degree ascent on loose volcanic cinder as you approach the summit. The history that surrounds Mayon makes the trip that much more meaningful. Now we will know about the geology of the Mayon volcano. Mayon is a classic volcano with a small central summit crater. The cone is considered the world's most perfectly formed volcano for its symmetry. The concave profile, a hyperbolic sine curve of the volcano, is due to the balance between erosion and eruption, defined by the angle of repose of ash. The steepest upper slopes of the volcano reach an average slope gradient of 75%, while the lower foot slope is only an average of 3%. The volcanic crater is about 250 meters in diameter. At least 85 lava flows have been identified and consist mainly of andesite, generally fed from the crater. Pyroclastic flows, characterized as a St. Vincent new ardentry, leave behind block and ash deposits, and breadcrust bombs in an ash and lapilli matrix. The furthest flow reached 8.5 km along Fidel Sutria. Mayon Laharas were formed by rainstorms during eruptions or by torrential rain afterwards. Averaging to 30 meters in height and 710 meters in diameter, 7 cinder cones are found on the southern and southwestern lower slopes. composed of olivine agate basalt. These cones have an angle of repose of 34% with Lignon Hill as an example. On January 13, 2018 at 4:21 p.m., a phreatic eruption occurred that propelled a grayish steam and ash plume approximately 2500 meters high that drifted to the southwest side of the volcano. The activity lasted approximately 1 hour and 47 minutes, and traces of ash fell in everywhere just surrounding the area. Sulfuric odor was noted by residents of Kamalik town proper. Rumbling sounds were also heard by residents of Brugge. Annuling, Darga, and rockfall events were intermittently recorded. Faint crater glow was first observed at 10 p.m. The event prompted to raise the alert level of Mayon volcano from alert level 1 to alert level 2, increasing unrest for the people's safety. About 40,000 residents were displaced in the resulting evacuation. On January 14, 2018, Mayon volcano's alert status was upgraded to alert level 3 because it increased tendency towards a hazardous eruptions after 3 phreatic eruptions and 158 rockfall events were recorded. The summit crater also exhibited a bright glow, signifying the growth of a new lava dome and the start of lava flows towards its slopes. On January 16, 2018, the province of Elbe declared a state of calamity as lava flows reached the limits of 6-kilometer evacuation zone. On January 24, 2018, columns of ashes and lava fountains were spewed again with an interval of 4 to 5 hours. Firebombs and rockfalls could also be observed, and sounds from the eruptions could be heard. Classes remained suspended in some places in Elbe. So it was a frequent occurrence in 2018. It occurred several times. The eruptions occurred several times in 2018, and we don't know what is waiting for us. So how was the painting today and the story today? Let me know in my comment section, because I always eagerly wait for your sweet comments. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel to stay connected with me, to stay connected with Drawing Time with the Story, because we love to stay together, and I really appreciate your comments because they inspire me, and your suggestions and your requests really inspire me a lot. See you soon with a new painting and a new story. Bye.